Shadows coil in the depths of Mordor long before any tidings reach the Shire. In the stale air of Barad-dûr, Sauron's eye rests upon reports of a creature named Gollum, who once bore something called a precious. Slaves, orcs, and lesser captains carry scraps of this knowledge to the Dark Lord, gleaned from Gollum's own rasping under torment. He confesses half-madly of Baggins and Shire, words that mean nothing to the lesser minions, yet spark a surge of malice in their master. Through black corridors they whisper, "A hobbit somewhere in the west," and Sauron's malice grows. He has suspected for decades that the One Ring might have survived. The missing puzzle, which creature clung to it, how it slipped beyond his reach. To learn that it rests with small, unsuspecting folk in a land unguarded by armies is a revelation that burns his wrath into focus. He stands at the highest tier of Barad-dûr, a wraith-like presence communing with the darkness that fans out across the plains of Gorgoroth. He wills the forging of more weapons, the mustering of orcs in hidden valleys, the breeding of monstrous trolls. Even so, these preparations for open war cannot begin until he secures the ring. He paces the black halls, restless. His servants quake at the faint echo of his will. Men lured by power, orcs bred in subterranean pits, and dreadful half-troll creatures that seldom see the sun. None truly understand their master's mind. He contemplates how best to retrieve the trinket that once nearly let him rule all. He knows that if it remains in the hands of a mere halfling, it poses him no immediate threat. But it might slip beyond his grasp if others discover its identity. He imagines the ring hidden away by his foes, perhaps taken to Rivendell or Lothlorien, or placed under guard by wizards. That possibility cannot be allowed. In secret councils, 9 figures gather in Barad-dûr's gloom. They move soundlessly, robed and faceless, black shadows of their former selves. They are the Nazgûl, once mortal kings seduced by Sauron's gifts. He summoned them from hidden lairs, revealing the name Baggins to them. He speaks in a voice that is a whisper of malice. "Seek the Shire, seek this hobbit, bring me word of the ring." They bow, wordless, for their existence is bound to the One and to the will that commands them. Documents from the Red Book mention the name of Baggins has become known to him, and he has found out where that name comes from. Gollum's tortured confessions of Baggins and Shire ensure Sauron directs the Nazgûl west. Few in the west suspect that these black-clad wraiths are about to ride forth. Even fewer realize they carry the might of Barad-dûr's dread in each silent step. For Sauron, this mission is crucial. His eye roves restlessly through the gloom, pushing the ring wraiths onward unseen to begin their deadly quest. In the final nights before the riders set forth, flickers of red glint upon the towers of Barad-dûr. Orcs stand at attention, while the Nazgûl's silent horses are prepared. Sauron's lieutenants mutter curses in the black speech as they consult old charts of Eriador's roads, gleaned from the memories of captured spies and the vile cunning of lesser spirits. They trace lines toward a region known for comfort and quiet farmland. The plan is simple. Sweep the countryside for any mention of Shire or Baggins. Conquer fear by the mere presence of their unholy shapes. Snare the ring if it appears, or flush it out so the great eye can swoop in with unstoppable force. Inside Barad-dûr, Sauron's mind roils with impatience. The tower's balconies reveal the night sky, pale stars overshadowed by sulphurous vapors from Mount Doom's fires. He knows time is short. Gandalf the Grey might have gleaned the truth from some hint or prophecy. The wizards meddle, the elves remain, the heir of Isildur lurks. Every moment that passes is a risk. So he quickens the final orders. The 9 mount their black horses, forms dissolving into the shadows as they depart. In that hush, Sauron waits. He envisions the day the ring returns to him, a day of triumph that will see his dominion spread across Middle-earth. He contemplates the cost if he fails. Scattering of his forces, the ruin of centuries of rebuilding, the nightmares that haunted him during his time as the necromancer in Dol Guldur must not repeat. Here, in his fortress, the might of Mordor stands ready, waiting for word from the riders. No one in the Shire can imagine the thunder that edges closer, brought by 9 deadly shapes, hunting a name they barely comprehend. That is the moment when the Nazgûl ride out through the black gate of Mordor and vanish into the wide lands. The chain of events is set. Sauron's plan is unleashed, although he knows it not. The rest of the world breathes in fragile peace, unaware that a storm gathers on the horizon, drawn inexorably toward the unsuspecting home of hobbits. Click on our dedicated playlist in the left corner and watch another amazing story of the Tolkien saga that never made it into the movies.